Hey guys, I'm here with Cory Lormand, who owns the, what year, 359?
84.
84 359 behind us, which you'll be seeing a lot more of in the video. Cory and I go back, well, just in talking, pretty far.
Man, at
when
least.
did you join the board? So, for those of you that don't know, when Large Car Mag started as an online magazine, we had a message board. And this was before the days of Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all that. It was the only social media out there, and it was hopping. So I don't know, what year do you think you jumped on there?
I was a kid, man, probably, let's see, 16, 17 years ago.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So pretty much right when we started doing it then, probably. Because we started doing the message board around 02, so yeah, you were towards the beginning there.
Yep.
So, but it was a good time.
Man, always was.
A lot of friendships made on the message board that are still happening today.
Yep.
A lot of.
Partially the guy that built the truck there, he was the one that showed me that. I'll give him a shout out, old Greg Crispell.
Yeah, so let's talk about Greg. So I met Greg when he was pretty young. His dad would drive him. Well, he was on the message board as well.
Yep.
And when I first met him, he'd ride with his dad, and his dad's 359 to the Spencer show, and that's where I see him every year. And now we've got a full feature coming on Greg's 359 as well, but he did the bulk of the build on this truck, correct?
Yeah, man, it started as a joke. I bought the truck. It was just a farm truck. It was around my house forever. I think it's had a past life. It was cool at one point. It was stretched out, and then they shortened it up.
Okay.
And a guy around the house ran it, and I mean, it was pretty well run down, still running and everything, but the easiest way for me to explain it is it took about 30 minutes to build air and about 30 seconds to lose it all.
Okay.
So, and I bought the truck. I don't know, it was a cool old cat in it and stuff, running around the blocks a couple times, and I was just gonna kind of re-hose it and stuff and just cruise around locally with it. And Greg had done his truck. He had pretty much redone the whole thing at that point, or one version of it anyway. And so I contacted him just because he knew he was literally raised around these things. So I contacted him for tips here and there, and then just as a joke, he's like, bring it to my house, I'll redo it for you. And I mean, we haven't traced it back on the calendar exactly, but we were both around the same age, and I think we were like 22, 23 years old whenever I loaded it up. I was flatbedding at the time. I loaded it up on a flatbed. It had a 63-inch bunk. I pulled that off, and I had two donor 36-inch sleepers for it. I loaded all that stuff up, and I loaded a 20-foot container as a partial up to New Jersey. So I dropped that off and then trucked it on up to his house. I stayed at his family's house and stuff, and they're great people. And yeah, he tore into that thing down. It was pretty much the engine in the frame and the shell of the cab with no doors and a big old hole in the back of it. That was all that was left to it.
Wow.
Yep. And just, I think it spent like 3 years over there.
Okay.
And grew from there, one piece at a time.
Wow. So ultimately, I guess we'll start with the basic specs. What's the wheelbase on it?
So she's running front to back, 84 with a water jacket B model cat, 13 speed, 390s, 270 wheelbase. That's about all there is to her, man. Just a run-of-the-mill there.
Okay.
Had a 15 speed originally, but I pulled it out because I wanted to the little splits there on the top. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
I gotcha. And the trailer, what year is that?
That's 2024.
Okay.
That was spec'd by EB up here, and Mr. Greg over there and the crew, they hooked it up. I was close to a 3-year process in itself from ordering, because at the time was really the height of COVID and all that,
Yeah.
and everything was backed up, so
Okay.
it took a while to get it in the build, but man, once she was over there, they handled that like some champs. They got it knocked out.
Yeah, it came out fantastic.
Yep. Thank you, thank you.
And Billy Dean did the paint on it?
Correct, yep. So EB would have done a lot of fabrication and stuff. Bill Dean did the paint work. It went to Zimmatic for some suspension work and miscellaneous stuff,
Okay.
and then back to EB for final assembly and the lights and all the cool stuff. And
Nice.
hooked it up, went straight to work, man.
Wow. What, so the paint on the tractor, was that done by Craig?
100%. Down to the name that's on it, that was all hand painted by Greg. He laid out the stripes, painted them.
Wow.
It's since had some more. I got some pinstripe and work done by another guy in Jersey and stuff like that.
Okay.
Ralph Tulo, real cool cat. We've kind of added some flavor to it since Greg, but yeah, Greg is responsible for the paint job.
And
Blue
Greg
Beacon,
did the pinstriping as well?
correct.
Wow.
Yep. Blue Beacon's responsible for blowing it off, though.
Well, they gave it a patina.
It kind of did, yeah. I was upset with it for a long time, but I guess once it kind of took shape, it's I don't know, it looks cool. It looks like it works for a living, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it looked, I mean, overall the truck's just, obviously it's amazing.
Thank you, man.
And Greg did the visor.
Yep. That was later on down the line. It had a factory visor on it for a long time, and man, I was really partial to it. Greg was starting to pump out those things, and it's like, I think I got to give it a whirl. It took me a little bit of getting used to, but it kind of, the truck had like an innocent look, and that just kind of made it look like trouble a little bit. It adjusted the attitude.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's got that look.
Yep.
It's so cool. Yeah. So pretty much you just run everywhere?
Man, yeah, I ain't scared to go anywhere. If I have my preference, I'm gonna go to like Los Angeles, you know, Southern California. I'll run all that area, maybe up into the Bay if I got to, and then down to Florida. Pretty much from Boston all the way down to Florida, I'll run the whole East Coast.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
And just some random places here in between. I'll hit Chicago and stuff like that,
Okay.
but that's my favorite areas.
I gotcha.
Yep.
Very cool. I guarantee you're spinning heads everywhere you go with this thing. It's badass. So,
Thank you.
that's cool. I appreciate your time,
Yes, sir.
and definitely be seeing you.
All right, man.